Hello, and welcome to another update video about Link. Link has dipped now into this micro support region that we talked about in yesterday's update, and in this support area here, which is between $21 and $22.38. In this support area, in this micro support area, the price should form or show a reaction. The buyers should step in order to keep the white scenario, which is the short-term bullish scenario. Let's say it's the more directly bullish scenario. Well, to keep that alive, right? Because below the $21 level, the 1-2 setup that I'm tracking, which is speculative, but wave 1 up, A, B, C in wave 2, and it is a pretty full wave count. I mean, to keep this alive, the price should hold it, right? As the 78.6 retracement is typically not, or let's say it's typically the last, let's call it reliable support for an internal wave 2. And again, that's at $21. Any break below this level is not an invalidation, really, as long as the price holds above the beginning of wave 1. And that's at around $19.98. And it is, however, very likely that whenever there is a sustained break, let's call it a sustained break below the 78.6 retracement, well, in that case, then typically, most of the time, there will be invalidation. So that's very important to understand, the difference between support and invalidation. What would happen below the $21 level? Well, I would have to assume the larger fourth wave is still unfolding in one, some kind of, let's say, a more complex correction probably. And the only other corrective pattern that I'm thinking about here then would be a possible WXY structure, where we'll say this move down was not all of wave 4. This low on the 20th of December only marked the low of a wave W. This here might be an X wave, and we're moving down in wave Y, and it would be like an A, B, C structure. Either way, even if we go down eventually a little lower and invalidate the 1-2 setup, there could still be a bit of a reaction in this support area to at least give us a corrective bounce, because in the more bearish scenario, let's call it short-term bearish, we have WXY, but then in the Y wave A, so that needs to complete somewhere, possibly in this region then, before breaking below $21. And then B wave, okay, and C wave. So this would be one of the scenarios I'm thinking about here. However, there are many patterns that could really unfold. I mean, essentially everything above support and below a breakout point, as for example, the last swing high here at $30.50, well, anything is noise, really, because we're moving in a range until we get a first impulse to the upside that's large enough to communicate a breakout and confirm a breakout, because until we have that, support levels remain valid. So below $21 to $17.65 to $20.16 area becomes relevant again. But yeah, any sustained break below $17.65, it would be a little bit too deep for a reliable fourth wave. That is when we would need to look at more bearish scenarios, yeah? And at the moment, until we break below 1765, I assume that the wave count to the upside remains, valid, unchanged. On the micro level then, however, if we break below $21, I would have to assume the fourth wave is still unfolding. Until that happens, we could watch for a fifth wave already. At least I'm watching for it. I'm watching for signals that there is a first reaction in this micro area, but it's not showing yet. So that's the update about Link. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.